Hello everybody, my name is Andrey Khusid, I'm the CEO and founder of Miro, and I'm excited to welcome you to Distributed 2021. This is the third year we've brought the Miro community together. Every year, that community gets bigger. Today, we're excited to announce that we've just crossed 25 million users. And every year, Distributed gets bigger too. What started as a relatively small virtual gathering in 2019 has grown into a global community event. I'm really proud that there are so many people in the world who we can bring value to through our product and ecosystem. Beyond that value, I'm also glad we've got a community that can connect and support each other and share their best work and best practices. So, I'm thankful to all of you and everyone who supports Miro on this journey to create great things together. That journey has never been easy. These days, a lot of people look at Miro as if we were created for the pandemic. But it's not true. We've been building this for a decade now. And one thing that has defined us over the last 10 years is the idea that if you have a blank canvas, you can solve any problem. Over the years, that idea has helped us build Miro, but it's also helped other companies use our tools to build their startups, grow their companies, and keep innovating. So the blank canvas mentality is pretty powerful. And as a company, it also means we're going to reinvent ourselves from time to time. We started out with a whiteboard tool for individuals that turned into a whiteboard platform for teams, which turned into a visual collaboration platform for organizations of all sizes. The common thread is that we're always trying to look at the problems that the world has right now and think about how we can solve those problems. That's been true during the pandemic too. At the beginning of the pandemic, 70% of our use cases were focused on visual asynchronous work, and only 30% were about synchronous collaboration. Within a few weeks, we completely turned our product roadmap around to support the kind of synchronous collaboration that people needed. So it may look like we appeared overnight, but for those of us who are inside this story, it's been 10 years of effort to continuously reinvent and improve ourselves. Today, that process continues. With so many people working from home, there is less of a feeling of togetherness, trust, and connection. The way I see it, we have an opportunity to make a difference by bringing more joy and more connection to people through software. With Miro, members of a team can express themselves differently depending on what makes them comfortable. They can do it silently, in a synchronous or asynchronous way. They can bring their ideas to life and visualize them. And we also have features that let people express themselves in new ways. If you use traditional presentation software, for example, you don't have celebrations or reactions. In a Miro board, you do. So, for people who sit in boring meetings all day, Miro can be more enjoyable. It's still software, but it's a fun software. I think that's a pretty big thing for a global community full of people who want to continue expressing themselves, continue to be who they are, and continue to connect and learn from each other. That's why the theme of this year's conference is the path to reconnection. We're not just helping people connect, we're helping them to be who they are and enjoy being together in a way they've been missing. For us, it's all about understanding. We want Miro to be an extension of your brain. You should be able to dump everything in and then work through it with other brains on your team. Our job is to help and structure to everything in a way that allows you to share it with other people, collaborate, and build on top of each other, and eventually get to this point of mutual understanding. We all know what it's like when someone doesn't understand us. At Miro, we want to help you get to the point where you think, okay, great, we're on the same page, or board, we're aligned, we did it, we got through that. That's a great emotional moment, but it's also a productive moment the way things move forward. So the faster that aha moment happens, and the more often it happens, the more productive a team can be, because they can actually start delivering on the problems and solutions they're exploring. I saw a survey the other day that had people rate their favorite video conferencing features. And the most popular were things like the mute button, or the ability to turn off your camera, or mute other people. People really appreciate things that protect them. I think there is a real opportunity to find ways for people to connect in the way that works best for them. That's how we are going to bring people together, help them feel more connected. Make sure the best ideas rise to the top and help everyone move forward. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being a part of our community, and thank you for joining us through this journey. I'm excited to introduce you to Varun, our head of product, who will take you through what's new.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Varun, and I joined Miro a couple of months ago as head of products. Like you, I'm a creator myself. I've been building collaboration products all my life, and I'm incredibly excited and privileged to be part of the Miro community and help contribute in small ways to help you all co-create the next big thing. Today, we've all gathered to celebrate and recognize our community because it really is incredible. And since I joined Miro, I've been blown away by the amazing things you're doing every single day. Take the team at Twiga, for example. Twiga is a business-to-business marketplace in Kenya that sources produce directly from farmers and delivers it to local vendors. They're using Miro to help strengthen communities and make life easier for the people who hold those communities together. It's an amazing story, and Twiga is just one example. As Andrey mentioned, our community is now 25 million strong, and there's magic in everyone's story. Lake Flato is an architecture and planning firm based in Texas, and they work hard to make sure their designs are sustainable and connected to the local community. As part of that process, Lake Flato holds big design workshops that bring together all the people who are part of a project, and they use Miro to make sure everyone has a voice. The whole group can think through problems and come up with solutions, either at the same time or asynchronously, depending on where people are located. We're also playing a small part in addressing the most important challenges of our time. During the early days of the pandemic, some 40% of key National Health Service healthcare workers in the UK had been forced to self-isolate with unconfirmed coronavirus symptoms in their homes. This left hospitals short-staffed at a time when people needed them the most. So a company called Different used Miro to iterate in real time and help deliver a prototype of the testing solution in just 7 days, allowing healthcare workers to get back on the job quickly and safely. We want to make even more of these stories possible, to help teams all over the world do even more together. And one of the best ways to do that is by harnessing the power of the Miro community. Every artist will tell you that there's nothing more intimidating than a blank canvas. And that's exactly how Miro boards start out. But thanks to our community, that canvas doesn't have to stay blank for long. In Miro, you can pull up a whole world of ideas, building blocks, and templates built by other Miro users to get started. To me, that's what the Miro community is all about. A group of people helping each other, sharing ideas, solving problems, and doing more together than any of us can do on our own. That's why we work so hard to grow and support this community. And at the heart of that mission is Miroverse, a library of 700 templates created by almost 500 Miro users. Every single day, Miro users are collaborating in ways we never could have imagined. It's an example of how, in order to understand what a product can really do, you need to see it in the wild. And what we've seen so far is amazing. At the beginning, many people would share their boards on social media or in the Miro online community. But we wanted to bring all of these incredible examples together in a dedicated place so everyone who uses Miro can access it. That's how the Miroverse was born. Some templates in the Miroverse are the result of years of hard work. The team behind TED Talks, for example, documented every step in their design sprint process and put it on Miro so people can replicate what they've developed over the decades. The template provides in rich details exactly what needs to be done over a span of 5 days, covering all aspects of the design sprint process. with the way you map, the way you sketch, the way you decide, the way you prototype, and finally, the way you test your ideas and concepts. Other templates are much simpler, but just as important. Remote work has introduced all kinds of challenges, including making it harder to know how your teammates are doing on a daily basis. That's why one of our most popular templates is the Wheel of Emotions that helps teams check in and share how they're feeling, whether it's frustrated, sad, or happy. It's a powerful starting point to help teams understand each other better and grow closer together. And then there are templates that help teams do all kinds of jobs better, from creating product roadmaps to helping marketing teams organize user research and design. No matter who you are, there's something in the Miroverse for you. Whether you're trying to simplify a complex process, or bring your teams closer together, or move your work forward faster. It's all about capturing expertise and helping teams learn from each other so they can get to work doing amazing things together. And Miroverse is getting better all the time. In just the last year, we made it easier for you to get and give feedback on templates with views, copies, and likes. And we introduced the popular category so you can browse what's trending in the community. Which brings me to the next reason the Miro community is important, because it helps us get better. This group is not shy. You tell us what you like, what you don't like, and how you think we can improve. And we listen. That's what's happened with the new features we're going to show you today. These are updates you've been asking for, and they're designed to make your experience in Miro more efficient, more visual, and more fun. Our first announcement today is focused on meetings. Meetings get a bad rep. We complain about how long they take, how stressful or unproductive they are, how they favor the loudest voice in the room, and how they are not as powerful or fun in a distributed world. But meetings are also the best way for teams to discuss, iterate, and understand important issues, and do it in a way that's engaging and spontaneous. That's why we are rolling out a beta of Miro Smart Meetings to make every meeting more productive, inclusive, and fun. Here's what it looks like. Now, people love how they can use Miro for lightweight brainstorming and ideation, with fun features like sticky notes, reactions, emojis, voting, and timer with music. But you've also told us that you want to use Miro to bring the same level of in-person energy and engagement to other types of meetings. So we listened, and the result is called Miro Smart Meetings. Smart Meetings make it really easy for you to run the most engaging and effective meetings and workshops. It's simple and intuitive, giving you a single space to prepare and manage your meetings. It's easy to include board content in your meeting outline, decide what tools participants can use and what they can see, and launch activities to take passive participants and make them more active. Here's how it works. Imagine you're trying to bring your team together and set goals for the next quarter. This is usually not a team's favorite thing to do. It takes time, it's hard, and you don't always know if you're being too aggressive or not. The whole thing is a recipe for a tense meeting. But with Miro, you can do it in a way that gets your team engaged and excited. With Smart Meetings, you'll begin by going into a new meeting panel. Then, you'll have a choice. You can either build your own meeting with a new frame, or you can take advantage of our specialized templates built by customers and partners like Salesforce, Deloitte, and Dropbox. These templates cover popular meeting types like strategic planning, team buildings, and retrospectives. Let's say you've picked out our goal planning template, also known as OKRs. Because everything is integrated, it will auto-populate the meeting agenda with placeholders for different activities. The meeting itself is more fun right from the beginning. You'll start with an icebreaker called the love bomb that gets everyone in the right mindset. Then, as you move through the agenda, our lightweight interactive tools like voting and breakout rooms will make it easy to include everyone, no matter how they like to participate, and keep the whole team engaged. And because we all know what it's like when a meeting goes off the rails, we now have a focus view for participants, along with controls so you can keep the group on track. It's all about making a serious topic more engaging and more fun. Taking something you're dreading and making it something you might even look forward to. And since we believe our community makes us better, we work with experts like Jake Knapp and over 100 Miro users who run meetings and workshops to try and create the best possible experience. We'll be sending you an email with a link to sign up for early access, or you can go to miro.com/smartmeetings to sign up today. You can also learn more at our Day 2 session on interactive meetings. Check out the schedule in your time zone. Another way we are helping make meetings better is by highlighting similar sticky notes and giving you the option to group them by using our new clustering feature. With clustering, AI and machine learning can help make your meetings more efficient and productive, empowering you to quickly make sense of your team's input and surface the best ideas. And this tool is going to be useful beyond meetings too. Clustering can help organize all kinds of information, whether you're doing research or just trying to make sense of your own thoughts. And because clustering will learn from the way you group sticky notes over time, it'll keep getting better. We'll have more to share on this, so stay tuned for updates in the coming weeks. We also want to make it easier to represent different information on a board and communicate that information visually. That's the idea behind the next update I want to show you: smart diagramming. On the surface, diagrams seem like simple collection of shapes, objects, and lines. But diagrams are essential to visual collaboration. They help us take something complex and communicate it in a way that everyone can understand. And when teams are scattered all around the world or work cross-functionally, a common visual language can help everyone understand each other, especially when a set of diagrams is widely used across multiple functions and industries. That's why diagrams aren't just about diagrams. They're about helping the world understand what you're thinking and getting everyone on the same page. And with Miro, you can do it all in one place. We allow you to brainstorm, design, create, and share a visual representation, and build and execute your action plan with your full team. Now, we are making the experience even better. No matter what plan you're on, it's going to be easier to create diagrams with better suggested corrections, faster shape creation, and more grid views to make sure everything lines up. We're also introducing a more advanced set of tools for users in our business and enterprise plan that gives you a lot more ways to visualize information. Smart diagramming will give you new advanced shape packs, including those for Google Cloud and Kubernetes, and widely recognized methodologies like business process modeling notation, also referred to as BPMN, and data flow diagrams. We're also building into Shape Picker packs that are already available on Miro through apps like AWS, Azure, and Cisco. Because these shapes are standard, it's going to be easier to communicate across different teams and even with clients in different industries. And we're also working on including a new set of custom actions in Smart Diagramming that match the shape packs and new templates to make the most of them. The custom actions will be specific to a shape pack and will show you when you select an object. We already have the first BPMN custom actions ready for you to use. You can learn more about all of this by visiting miro.com/diagramming or by checking out our Day 2 educational session. Again, check the schedule in your time zone. Finally, because it's not Miro, if it isn't fun, let's talk about how we're going to bring more joy to meetings. In April, we launched reactions to give teams more ways to express themselves in Miro. Since then, the reaction has been really positive. The other day, I was talking to a product executive who said her team was using reactions in a Miro board recently, and it made everyone smile in the middle of a pretty serious and intense discussion. Now, we're adding even more fun ways for people to express themselves through stickers. You can use stickers to react to a team's work on the board, communicate your thoughts during a meeting, or to create more exciting board designs. Here's one of my favorite stickers. It's a way to give a teammate high five for a job well done, even if that person is on a different continent. We can't wait to see all the different ways you can use stickers. Check them out starting today and head to our community page to submit your very own stickers. To help more people experience these new features, we're also excited to announce that we are rolling out a beta for a new guest role in Miro. Miro is a great way to run workshops or to interact with clients and partners outside your own organization. But sometimes sharing boards can be confusing, and you never know if the right people will be able to access them at the right time. That's exactly why we are making it possible for anyone on our business and consultant plans to invite unlimited free guests outside of your organization. We'll also be looking into how to bring this role to teams on our enterprise plan over time. And because guests will only be able to access the specific ports you share with them, you'll still be in control. The beta for this is rolling out now, so keep an eye out for an email from us very soon. After a very abnormal year and a half, we're beginning to see what the new normal will look like. One where distributed teams are more common, where flexibility is expected, and where teams have to figure out how to work together in new ways. At Miro, we want to help make sure the new normal is better than what we have right now. Because there's a lot of work to be done, and we want to help teams everywhere bring amazing things to the world. Everything I've shared today is a step in that direction. Miro Smart Meetings is going to make it easier to bring any group of people together, connect, make decisions, and move your team and company forward. Clustering is going to make it easier to group sticky notes so you can organize insights and identify the best ideas quickly. Miro Smart Diagramming is going to help you communicate complex ideas and design the world that you want to create. Stickers are going to help you express emotions and personality so that time spent together as a team is more fun and enjoyable. A new guest role will make it easier to share boards with everyone. We are making some updates to the look and feel of Miro, so anyone can access these features, whether they are new to this community or have been part of it for years. All of these things started with our community, and you'll be able to hear more about all of them in the information sessions over the next 2 days. It's part of our mission to create a path to reconnection, and we are super excited to help you and your teams do even more great things together. Thanks for being part of this community and for helping us get better. We are truly honored to be on this journey with all of you.